A lot can be said about Charli XCX and Troye Sivan's hit music video 1999. It completely owned the charts in 2018. Its nostalgic recreations were the ultimate example of where the vibe of pop culture was going. It did everything most top music videos were doing. It pulled from the 90s.
People are like, so, like, are you really nostalgic for the past? Like, la la la. And it's like, no, I'm not really, but like, I just thought it'd be a cool title to have a song called 1999.
Hi, my name is Chriselle, and you're watching Behind the Scene. Let me start by making a confession here. I used to hate nostalgia. It felt like a cop-out, a lack of creativity, a cheap marketing gimmick to sell an idea that I otherwise really loved. It turns out that this is the wrong opinion. The use of nostalgia is misunderstood and underappreciated. There's an art to it, a science to it, and when executed correctly, nostalgia makes a video feel timeless. This chart, which is pretty cool, shows the number of times nostalgia was used in the American lexicon from 1800 to 2018. So the chart starts in 1800, but the story of nostalgia actually begins in 1688. Johannes Hofer was creating his dissertation on a disease afflicting soldiers away from home. He devised a way to convey the pain they were experiencing. He proposed to call it nostalgia. At the time, it was considered a fatal pathological disorder. Obviously, the prevailing view on nostalgia has changed over the years.
The understanding of nostalgia changed in two important ways. Its meaning expanded from indicating homesickness to a general longing for the past.
So what caused a major reversal in our view of nostalgia? Part of it has to do with science psychology, shifting away from pure theory and towards more careful and systematic empirical observation. People loved it, and it went over huge. Today, we take nostalgia for granted, but in the 1940s, it was like a whole new world for them. In the early days, nostalgia was a novelty. It was really only used as a military medical diagnosis. That is until the 1950s and 60s, when nostalgia wasn't just used to convey homesickness. It became its own art form.
Is this all that you have to remind you of the fun of last Christmas? Ornaments, gift paper, ribbons and bows? Well, this year with a Brownie movie camera, you can save the truly wonderful things of Christmas. The rapture on the face of a child seeing his first Christmas tree.
Nostalgia quickly became a creative and functional tool for marketers. Functional because companies leverage optimistic feelings that a company walks down memory lane.
They enjoy good times together, and they know that good times are twice the fun in pictures, or as little as $8 down.
In the age of impersonal digital media, when we feel for something, we're much more likely to act. Nostalgia is also used to build social connectedness for driving viral content. Memes are only a metaphor for the massive change the internet has brought upon human connection. You can see these as a form of expression that convey emotions that are extremely hard to describe. I bet when you hear this,
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants suddenly starts coming back. Not only is there an art to nostalgia, there's also a science to it. Here's music video director Daps on Migos' Walk It, Talk It.
I already knew it was gonna go off. And most videos I don't know that. Bad and Bougie I had no idea about. T-shirt I had absolutely no idea about. But this one here, man, I mean, come on, man.
Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it, walk it like I talk it. Hey!
We know from a 1999 study that there's a period called the reminiscence bump, in which we retain more memories than any other life phases. To use nostalgia effectively, you have to trigger memories from the formative years. You can see this done in Charli XCX and Troye Sivan's 1999, which strikes a chord with millennials.
That bitch! Y'all, I'm triggered as fuck. Nostalgia, bitch, I feel like this is about to snatch my wig. I don't know. Oh my god, this is gonna be... Yeah, come on, TLC! Come on, TLC! Hey, whoa. The nostalgia in those logos, bitch. Charli, Troy, what y'all have done for us 90s babies with that music video. The nostalgia came and choked me the fuck out.
Nostalgia became so ubiquitous that by 2018, all top trending music videos had some form of it. But there's something more to nostalgia than being just another marketing trend. When Dr. Tim Wilczut studied as to why we experience feelings of nostalgia, they found something pretty amazing.
My own research focuses on the emotion of nostalgia. So over the past 10 years or so, we've investigated when people become nostalgic, what nostalgia does for them, and how people define nostalgia across cultures. And what we found is that nostalgia is predominantly positive. Contrary to this traditional view, it is good to look back at the past. And this can be liberating or ease people's mind.
In pop culture today, nostalgia is being celebrated. The past is being upheld culturally almost more than the present. Nostalgia is such a long-lasting viral content-making tool. It is used in some of the biggest hits for decades.
We're at a point where the stuff that was actually coming out when we were kids is getting that kind of like nostalgic circle around it. Yeah. But I remember in the 90s, like it was kind of weird because we had stuff like Space Jam, yes, which was kind of a new thing, but that was dipping into kind of our parents' nostalgia. Yes, absolutely. Like that was dipping into old, the 80s.
It's kind of sad because its popularity overshadows its underlying purpose as the highest form of adaptation.
For example, Kylie and Kendall today superimposed their images on Biggie and Tupac. T-shirt. And they got T-shirt.
Right.
Okay, and
is right. Because nostalgia isn't about taking the past and slapping your face on it. It's about drawing inspiration from it.
What were you searching back then? To get the beats, the beats that you selected for 1999, what were you searching? What were the search terms?
MF Doom instrumental, and that would take me down a rabbit hole. It would bring me to Madlib, the Madlib would bring me to Jay Dilla, then so on and so forth.
There are plenty of reasons why I love Joey Badass's 1999. Waves begins with nostalgic experiences over this iconic Gil Scott-Heron sample.
Though I ain't so proud anymore.
And draws visual inspiration from Gil's 1998 music video for The Bottle. The same sentiment can be heard in Kendrick Lamar's Poe Mainstreams.
I used to want to see the penitentiary way after elementary.
Pick any number of songs these days, and those nostalgic introductions are the norm.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me.
Nostalgia, as it turns out, is important and often necessary. It's a tool in the arsenal that makes us forge meaningful connections between the past and the present. And I hope, just like 1999, it all comes back.